So I felt the need to mention the things that are going on in our world today. Obviously, we heard about the Epstein files. Some of us have seen what's going on. There's a lot going on, to be honest, so I don't expect everybody to know the full picture, full memo, but if you did your research, you probably seen some wicked things going on. And there's just so much distraction right now with the ICE situation, political atmosphere, war and stuff. And I'm not saying none of that is important, but I think it's important to realize what's going on with these files because it is revealing the true wickedness of humanity, not just from a survival standpoint, from an aspect of greed and just wanting more, but from an aspect of true evil. True evil. I mean, they're going after innocent children, and it's more than just what we think it is. It is ritualistic sacrifices that's going on, and that entails so much more in depth and just pure evil. I don't even want to talk about it. I mean, I've heard so much, I've read so much that it just makes me sick. And to be honest, I've been making these videos, but I haven't been talking about it just because it seems pessimistic for me to go on there and tell you guys everything I've heard. But to be honest, I have to. Like, I'm making this video because I'm realizing that the darkness must be exposed. Because if it's not, well, then what's the point? What's the point of darkness being exposed if we're not gonna accept it? If we're not going to, I'm not saying accept darkness. I'm saying, like, if wickedness already exists, and there's people that lack faith out there because they don't believe in true evil, we need to bring this up because these are things that are going on. These are problems in our society. There are millions of children going missing, and they're being trafficked through these rings, these pedophile satanic rings, and the most atrocious things are happening to them day after day. And we all thought it was conspiracy theory for the longest time until now. And I think Satan is going after the children. 1/4 of Gen Z has been aborted in the US. I'm not sure globally, but in the US, 1/4, around 25% or more of Gen Z has been aborted. Satan is going after the children. And this is not a conspiracy theory. This is not a joke. This is real life. We are living in a time in which Satan is targeting children. For whatever reason, I may not know. I think what he's trying to do is stop humanity from reproducing, essentially. That is what he's always wanted. He's never wanted us to have life. He's always wanted us to die. And I think we're getting to an end point, a cross point, where people don't realize that a lot of our generation is being murdered before they even come to be born. And we saw how they preyed on the elderly during COVID. And now look at them, preying on children. And this is nothing new. Satan has been preying on children since the beginning. He has been preying on children since the time of Moses, since the time of Jesus. They killed so many babies and children around that time because they were afraid that something was going to come about those children. And they're doing the same thing now. And now they're laughing in our face, trying to basically tell you that they control the world, that they can do whatever they want. To be honest, I don't know what to do about it, besides tell you and explain to you that these people are truly wicked. They're not mentally challenged. They're not mentally, they don't have mental illnesses as most people would think they do. They are just evil, like evil people. They have demonic forces behind them, and they are wicked in heart, as in themselves they are wicked. These people are not good people. They are the antithesis of good. And here's the nail in the coffin. They are worshiping biblical demons, the same demons from back when the Israelites would basically burn children alive as human sacrifices for their deities. They are worshiping the same demons from those days. Those same actions brought upon huge judgments over the land of Israel. And what we're seeing today is the exact same thing going on. And I just want to say this. Judgment is going to be upon the people. The people involved and the countries involved. Because there's two major countries at play. And I don't have to name them. You can do your research. And you'll find out very quickly whether or not you live in those nations or not. I don't know what's going to happen this month. I truly don't. I think something major is going to happen this month. It just seems like it, to be honest. I don't know. I don't have any other evidence besides some things that were said in the files. But I do believe something could happen this month. And I think people need to be prepared for it. Regardless of whether anything happens, I think people need to prepare every day, because Jesus Christ is King. Every knee will bow and every tongue will confess. Sooner or later, you will have to face him. You will have to bow your knee before him. If you don't do it now, it's not going to end well for you. You have to humble yourself. These are real demons playing at the top of this pyramid scheme, the top of these countries, of these nations, these power heads. It's always been this way. In Ephesians it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against principalities, powers in heavenly places." This is not a flesh and blood battle that we're fighting. This is a spiritual battle, and they are actively showing it to you in your face. Because we have the internet, we are capable of seeing the wickedness that's truly going on behind closed doors. But we need to be diligent, because we can't waste time. We cannot waste time. If you're watching this, I need you to understand you cannot waste time. You cannot waste time. There's a limited amount of time we have. They are trying to make a move. They are playing chess. on everybody in the world. essentially is after them. And God is going to use other nations to judge the nations that are doing these wicked things. We need grace. We need grace, but we also need justice. If you don't have Jesus Christ in you, you are going to fall on justice, not grace. This is why it's so important to humble yourself. When the Egyptians were being condemned in Exodus, right? Moses and the Israelites were slaves in Egypt, and God wanted to free his people. When they were in Egypt, God had to judge Egypt because Pharaoh, the king, wouldn't let them go. And so what happened was God told the Israelites to kill a lamb, to eat its flesh, and to put its blood on the frame of their doorway. Now that might sound weird to you. The reason being was because it was first of all, it was a blood sacrifice to atone for their sins. And it was also a foreshadowing of Jesus Christ coming and his blood being a sacrifice for our sins. Because, and that day was called Passover, because what would happen was when they put that blood over their doorway, the angel of death would pass over their doorway. Seeing the blood, it would not go in. But everyone else in that town was judged. Everyone else in that town was judged that they didn't, the ones that didn't have the blood over their doorway, they were part of the judgment. And they had famines and a bunch of crazy stuff going on. Plagues, famines, all of it, for days, for weeks. I don't even know how long. And I need you to understand that our nations are in the same position that Egypt was in. They are enslaving our people, God's people. They are at the top of the power scheme. They are at the top of the food chain when it comes to power. No one can touch them but God. No one can get them but God. And I think it's going to happen because right now the tensions are so high that every country wants to get a pick at us. They want to take a jab at us, but they are afraid, and only under perfect circumstances would it make sense for them to do so. If God allows that circumstance to happen, if we get caught lacking, it's going to be bad for us. And God will allow it to happen because the people at the top are not under his will. They are doing whatever they want. They are performing wicked deeds at a level that is unmatched. They are enslaving children. They have aborted a fourth of the generation, the new generation. This is not a game. We are going to see judgment for this if God does not abound in grace. If he does not give us his grace, we are going to see judgment. And it's not going to look pretty. And I don't know how soon it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to happen. I can't speak for God. But what I will say is that it seems like it will. It seems like it will. Because the people in power are not humbling themselves. Day after day, they are just trying to get more. They are trying to get more. They are trying to cover up their sins. They are trying to take advantage of other countries and other people. This is not okay. And I cannot save this country. But what I can do is I can speak to you and I can tell you that Jesus Christ can save you. Jesus Christ can save you. I cannot save you. Donald Trump cannot save you. This country cannot save you. But Jesus Christ can save you. And I'm just, all I want to do is tell you guys, please Please be covered by His grace. Start reading the scripture, start talking to God, start asking Him to reveal Himself to you, because you do not want to be judged along with these wicked people. None of us are good. We are all in the same boat. Whether or not you did as much wickedness as they did, you still did something wrong. And the law says if you do anything wrong, you are guilty of all of it. So no one is worse than others, even though in our human eyes and our human understanding, there are people that are worse than us. You cannot point fingers and think you are not bound for that same justice. Humble yourself. Accept His grace, because it's only going to be available for so long if you don't take advantage of it now. And if you don't take advantage of it now and you get caught in the crossfire, it's not going to end pretty for you. We are in a dangerous place. We are in a dangerous place in this country right now. And we need help from God. We need to humble ourselves before Him. That's all I'm gonna say.